back to the Digital Den. I'm your host, Shelby Coffman, here to do our weekly newsletter with Mr. Phillips. Thank you for joining us, Mr. Phillips.
How are you, Shelby?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. It's going to get cold and rainy outside, but we'll be all right. We've had a good week weather-wise. It's been awesome.
How's the week been?
It's been good. A little bit slow in the afternoons. Not a lot of sports going on, so gives us a time to reset and kind of focus on the school day. Give a lot more, you can give a lot of effort during the school day. Our kids can because they're getting the chance right now to kind of go home and relax and let things heal up for our athletes. And it's just right now it's just a little bit of a slower time for us. So week's going well. We do have a little bit of our attendance is kind of waffled a little bit this week. I think there's some sickness going around, starting to get cool outside and changing of the season. So make sure, parents, that you're focused on, getting your kids here when you can. And our attendance has been unbelievable. It's been at like 93, 94% all year, which for a high school is crazy. That's a great number. So proud of our attendance, proud of what y'all do. Y'all show up every day and do the right thing. So been a good week.
That's good. That's good. Remember to click the links below for parent and class pages. We have added our counselor web pages as well as our college and career website.
Yep, good stuff there.
On November 30th, the senior class will have a meeting for students and parents from 5:30 to 7:30 in the cafeteria.
Yep, that's a exciting night for parents. Seniors got a lot that goes on from now until May, so parents make sure and get here for that because that's an extremely valuable night. Miss Cook, Miss Harrod will be here for that. A lot of information goes out to parents that night, so stop in. It's not a long, what did you say, an hour, I think, something like that. So it's an hour. It's well spent, time well spent for sure for those senior parents.
And then we do have Thanksgiving break coming up.
We do, 2 days next week, so make sure and be here. I know a lot of people think 2 days, but we're going to get here. We're going to be focused. It's exciting time, from now until the end of the year. We, it's just, I don't know, people act different this time of year. They're more grateful for the things. It's always my favorite time of the year because I feel like people are just a little better mood, and I think it's because of the holidays. You get to spend time with family, and that's things we don't always get. So if you get the opportunity to be around family, enjoy that. And but we'll be here 2 days next week, and then we'll get our 4 or 5 days off there before we come back. Yep.
When are midterms going out?
So they will go home Tuesday with kids on the 21st. So we're at the second, we're in the second semester here. So it'll be, the second 9 weeks. We're halfway through that. So what does that make us? We're 3/8 of the way through the year. So time's flying. But midterms will go home. Once again, we talked about this, a few weeks ago. That's something we do not mail. We send those home with you all as kids. So $600 or $700 cost if we mail that stuff home. So, once again, if we do that 8 times a year, that's a lot of money. So we do trust in our kids and parents to just make sure and remind your kid Tuesday night, hey, let me see that midterm. You also have parent portal on your phone. So it's not really a shock to a lot of parents. They kind of know where their kids stand, and kids always know where they stand with their grades. So it's just kind of a check-in point for us, but they go home Tuesday afternoon.
And then we have our second P.B.I.S celebration.
We do. We'll have that in January coming up. We got a couple teachers that work on that, along with Miss McCullough. So we'll be getting a date on that. Sure, it'll be something inside and it'll be cool outside. So we'll be. Our first one went really well. We had 380 kids, I think, that got to participate. Remember, bring those notes in, bring those attendance notes in. Make sure your grades are up. Make sure your behavior is good, and you get to participate in those things. So we'll have that probably in about mid-January. We'll have a date in the next couple of weeks for kids and parents to know when that'll be.
And then today we have our Live at 25 driver's license class at the high school from 4 to
some of y'all
8.
need that for sure. Y'all can't drive.
And on Saturday, our swim team will have their first meet at 10 a.m. in Shelbyville.
Yep.
Also on Saturday, our boys' basketball team will have their first scrimmage at Fairdale High School against Greenwood at 4 p.m. They'll then travel to North Bullitt on Monday night for their second scrimmage.
2 right back to back.
Yeah. And our girls' basketball team will have their second scrimmage at home on Monday against Valley.
Yep.
The varsity
Against who?
Valley.
There we go. The Valley Vikings. Coach Howie, good job on that one. That's where I went to school. So the Fighting Valley Vikings will be here Monday night.
You're going to be at the scrimmage?
Love it. I will be here. I won't miss that one.
The varsity game will begin at 6 p.m. For sports last week.
Yeah, so football had a awesome win at DeSales. The first thing I want to do before I get into that is I want to commend our students and our parents that attended the game. Behavior was great. Our student section was really, really, and I say that because I was a little disappointed on the other team's student section. There were some things that happened, and our students just always seem to, and trust me, I know our kids aren't perfect, And I know maybe my vision's a little clouded because I think so much of our kids, but just watching how our kids not playing on the field, but our kids in the stands and our parents, how they just always represent Spencer County. Extremely proud of that. But on the field, the boys won a great game. I think going into DeSales, I don't know if a lot of people, predicted us. I saw where I think I read a stat the other day where we were one of 8 teams last week out of 48 that actually won on the road last week in high school football. So there were very few teams across the state that traveled to somebody else's field and won a game. 8 out of 48. So that's a pretty daggone good stat, and I think that just Coach Marksberry and Coach Eldridge, and I don't want to start naming them because I'll forget them, but his entire staff and those kids, they've been going since June. Football season is a long season when you get to where they're at in the playoffs. So, and actually they'll take a few weeks off and they'll be right back in the weight room in January or February. So great win at DeSales, scored a bunch of points, very few punts. It was fun to watch. I was there. Wasn't too bad. Weather wasn't too bad. Anytime you're in the third round of the playoffs and your weather's not bad, something's right. Great game, great win, and we're going to be on the road tonight. We're going to do it again.
Tell us about
we're going to Paducah Tillman. About a 4-hour bus ride, I think, for our staff and our boys. So we got a charter bus coming in for them. We try to do that for all of our sports. That when they make it to region championships and things like that, we always try to do a charter bus and. Going to go down. I think they're going to leave here in a little bit. They're actually going to have to leave school a little early to even get there because it's such a far ride. So we're going to get them on the road here in a little bit. And coach is excited. I think Paducah Tillman's 11 or 12-0, something like that. Really good team. I've heard they got some kids that are being highly, highly recruited. So, but our kids, I got faith in our kids. They're going to go down there and battle and look forward to see what happens. But, yeah, we're right here playing for a region championship. It's further than we made it last year. I think 2 years ago we played for a region championship down at Logan County, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. But just kudos. I know Marksberry's just thrilled at how his kids have improved. He said it multiple times his 13 years. This improvement that this team's shown from start to finish. He doesn't know if it's been matched. He don't know if he's ever seen that before. So I have to go to Lexington for meetings. I'm a KHSAA Board of Control member, which is kind of fun, but I had a meeting there on Wednesday. And as soon as I walked in, all everybody wanted to talk about, there's 18 of us, they want to talk about Spencer County football, and how well we're doing. A lot of those guys, their teams are already out. They've been beat. So it was pretty cool to be the guy in the room that kind of still had some kids playing, and they wanted to talk about Spencer County. I don't know if that's necessarily always been the case. So trying to get Spencer County out there, get us known statewide because we got good stuff going on here.
It's been a really exciting season.
Yeah, it's been awesome. And then we're just going to roll that right into girls and boys basketball and wrestling and swimming. So good stuff. Good week. Wish our boys luck. You can watch it tonight. I think you'll talk about that here in a minute. It will be streamed, but we'll talk about that here in just a second. So make sure, because that's a long drive. I don't know how many people we'll have actually get to go, but I hope a lot of parents get to go. But if not, I think here in a minute you'll talk about how they can watch that tonight. So.
Kickoff will be at 8 p.m. our time, 7 in Paducah.
We're even traveling time zones. That's how far we're going. We have to travel time zones.
You can watch the game live on GHP Sports on their YouTube channel.
Yep. So Charlie Titchener will be down there. I think some of our kids that help with that are leaving and going with the football team, and got them taken care of, and they're going to go down and get set up so they can provide that service. And those are just good life skills that, education's changed a little bit, and that's a great opportunity for those kids to go down and be a part of something special. So excited. I don't get to go. My son's we've had a thing scheduled down at Eastern Kentucky University for months now. He's had a big fundraiser going on, so I have to attend that. But you better believe my phone will be on GHP Sports while I'm there.
Is there anything else?
There is. Just a few things real quick. Students, if you're out there listening, I know that sometimes we're starting to show this in advisory. Students are getting to watch this. So CERT testing December 5th. Make sure that day you're ready to go. Make sure you have your device here. Make sure you have it charged. We're having a chili for charity at FFA is. I think that's Tuesday night here at 6:30, so that's always a big thing. Brings in a lot of community members. And then they're also going to have their farm toy show December the 8th and 9th. I know that's always a hugely attended thing. They block off the whole gym and the hallways, and I know that's a big deal for our community. So for all of our parents and community members out there watching, circle the 8th and the 9th on your calendar. That's a exciting time it's a big fundraiser for them. A lot of outside vendors come in. If you're looking for Christmas gifts or holiday gifts, anything like that, it's a good time to maybe stop by and support some of our local people. So good day. That's all I got. Excited. We're getting there. We got 2 days next week, and then we come back from Thanksgiving break, and we only have 15 days till we're out for winter break. So The fall's always kind of choppy like that, which is good. And then that'll get us into the grind of January and February where we don't get a lot of time
Third
off.
quarter.
But, yeah, that third quarter's tough. You've been doing it for
Yes.
12 years, so
Yep.
you know how it is. But January to March is always a grind. So I love this time of year. Kids got a little pep in their step, and teachers, and everybody's excited to be here. And we're just blessed to have a good place to call home, So
Yep, looking forward to those breaks.
that's right.
All right. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Instagram at digitalden.schs. And thank you for joining us.
Thank
Mr.
you.
Phillips.
Awesome. Good job.